Now these are stand-up. I don't know what those really are. Passenger for a train right there. Different size train here early. Again, these date back to the 20s or 30s for the most part. Some of them are hollow. You can see the holes in the feet there. Some of them are hollow. Another train piece, Lionel. Again, I'll put these to lots, what I can't sell individually. So when you're looking for stuff like this, just pay attention to what they're made out of. Unfortunately, this one's a little damaged. I don't think anybody would want to spend money or time to fix that one. But some of these earlier pieces like this is from an arcade, maybe an air pump or something like that, or some sort of gas station. Arcade had some of these that were bought like at 5 and dimes, or they could have been purchased from, say, a set or something at that point too. So all of these have potential, as I said. Here's a really heavy earlier one. He's pretty darn heavy. He probably weighs 6 ounces on his own. He is marked on the bottom. Painted as well. Something like this one here, I could get, say, 15 or 20 bucks in the condition he's in. Maybe more if I can track down who made this particular one. More Britons there, as you can see. Yeah, it's Britons as well. Now, this one looks like it may have been repaired because the soldier is pretty much clear of paint. Yeah, I would say this one might have been repaired. Either way, I'll still list them. I'm still not going to worry about that also either. Let me pull a couple more out here. Again, these do look to be German soldiers. Now this one here, let me zoom in so you can see this one. This looks like a Girl Scout leader to me. Very interesting. It's about the right time frame. So a figure like this, if it was a Girl Scout leader from some oddball set, who knows what it could go for. One little figure like this could be worth 100, 150 bucks, believe it or not. This box lid, what you see in this box right here, I could sell as a lot like this and probably get, I don't know, 150 bucks just blowing it out. Because there's some decent pieces and parts in there. As you can see, the head's loose. They're put together in different pieces. But people do repair these without a doubt. Again, different train people here. So I'll put the same size people together in one lot. I'll track down the gauge. All you got to do is measure the size of the person. And you should very easily be able to figure out the gauge. Here's an HO scale gauge right here. This one for HO trains. In fact, there's quite a few of these here. These are obviously a German set, it looks like. And another one of those too. Now there is a Hitler figure in here, and I didn't realize those were German, so my guess is it's a German propaganda set, which somebody probably doesn't realize. Here's some oddball smaller ones too. Again, all train set pieces. What do we got here? This looks like some... Oh, I don't even know what this is from. Maybe it goes with these. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. These look like a stand for, maybe it's for a samurai suit, because I do have a couple samurai soldiers in here too. Look at the paint job on this piece here. In fact, his sword's all bent up. But this is a Britons too, it looks like, and they can be repaired without a doubt. Another sled person here on this one goes with the other two. So this would be a lot here, and these might even have been sold together. I'll have to look them up, but they definitely go to a train set without a doubt just by looking at them. Again, I would just separate them all out. His sword's broken. He can be replaced. You can resolder pieces back onto these if you know what you're doing. Military one, that's another earlier one. Another piece to the earlier thin ones. So again, I will sort these out by ones that go together. These two obviously go together. In fact, there's another one that goes with that same line or same size. Kids, yep, those all go together. So again, just separate them out. Newspaper boy as well here. They do very well for us. Either way I do this. So I always buy these mixed lots. In fact, let me try and see if I can figure out where that Hitler was. Not that I want to be promoting him, but I would like to get him out of this box. There's a really nice early one too, 1920s or 30s. Let's move these over and see what else we got over here. Now here's another interesting one that came in here as well. And this looks like a Shogun warrior. Some of these individual figures like this can go for like $100, believe it or not. Now, I'm not sure who he's supposed to be. He does look like he's missing a staff, which probably wouldn't be a big ordeal either way you go, but he's obviously a samurai. It is marked on the bottom with what looks like a Japanese character even on the bottom, so He on his own could be worth, you know, $100. I don't really know. It's just like the TSR figures. Some of those can go for some insane money. So all told, again, $300 for everything. Now let me show you a few more things as we expand this out here. Now here's that set I showed in the YouTube video also. Again, there are a few pieces that are damaged, the heads and stuff, but again, they can be repaired. You can glue them back, or you can actually use solder if you wish to, I believe. I'm not going to repair anything like this personally, unless it's worth a small fortune. Even missing arms can be reattached. They're well detailed. This is a Britain set. Set all went together probably. Originally, this set could have sold for $30. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look it up. Drum set, drummers, the whole works. And it goes on one of these also. So it does look like everything is here for all of these though. So I'm still fairly happy with these. Even as parts and pieces, this will get me my money back also. Very good items. Now let's just look at some of the toy vehicles. This is just a small example. These are from the 50s or 60s. ZZ, I don't know the name manufacturer on it, but I run into them fairly often. These are actually Christmas ornaments as well. The Red Baron one here, the German military plane, I get 10 or 15 bucks for any of these, so these do very well for us. Some of these bigger ones here, and I don't remember the company name, and I don't see one actually on here. It's a China company, but it's still a metal one. It's well made, 10 or 15 bucks just because of the condition, the quality of it. Don't worry about China on some pieces. Now this is a Thomas right here. This is a hard plastic. It kind of goes like a space set from Marks almost, I would say, and it could be a piece from one of the Marks. Either way, stuff like this could be $25 or $30. Here's another earlier one, 1950s. This says Lapin, and I don't know that name off the tip of my tongue. Again, something like 10, 15 bucks easy. Most of the oddball ones in your 10 or 15 bucks. Something like this, 10 or 15 bucks. The train that go, in fact, that does go to it. I might sell them separately. I don't really know yet on those. Some of these are just newer ones. Again, I can put these together in a lot and still get money out of them. They're well-detailed vehicles. Doors open up and everything else. I can't quite see the name. But either way, they're pretty decent items. I just split them up by what they are. Here's another earlier one. This looks like to be a Matzo. Nice early plastic plane. Here's another good one here. I think this is maybe an early Tootsie or something along that line. A car like this, just a car like this, if it's the right car from the right age and the right company, I could get 30 or 40 bucks for something like that. Some of these are just cheapos too, but like these here, these are Tootsie Toy. In fact, it says Tootsie on them, or Midge, I think it says. I've had some of these before, including the New York one. I got 15 or 20 bucks. This is an Ertl, still might do okay. A lot of Matchbox in here. This is another Matchbox. Now, some of these I've gotten 15 and 20 bucks and higher for, just these early Matchbox from the 50s and 60s era. Limited edition, nothing special there either. But again, there's a nice decent chunk of them in here. Looks like a bus or a trailer. Johnny Lightning. It's an interesting Johnny Lightning. Fiat or a Saab or Citroen, I think that's what this one is. Here's another car. Again, these go for these railroad ones here, like 10 bucks a piece. Another one of those. Trailer. This is another Matchbox, is it? No, this is a Tootsie Toy. I can sell some of these trailers without the boat or the motorcycle for 10 or 15 bucks also. Early Matsumo or Matzo. Another just a cheaper one, but still, it's an earlier one, it looks like. Still a decent lot here, just these cars. Again, I probably got about 6 lids of cars like this, just an oddball mix. There's probably 100 and, I don't know, 50 bucks in this bin right here. Maybe a little more. This is 20. This might be 25, 30, 20 or so. And some of these other ones can go for some decent money. This is a limited edition Ertl. So Ertl stuff does do very well for us too. Well painted, well detailed. So nice lots there. Now let's show you a few of these close up. Now I know I showed some in the video there, but these are all decent items. every one of these types of things here. Now this is an earlier one too. Unfortunately, oh, it is marked. Oh, it just has a patent date. And the patent date on here looks like it's from the 40s or 50s. It's only got 5 numbers, so this is an earlier piece here. So again, I always look for these earlier Marx pieces, no matter what. These always are on my list, and you can see how detailed this thing is here. I don't remember the set. That could even be part of a car, believe it or not. But all these metal pieces I do extremely well in. This would be sold on its own. I might get 20 or 30 bucks for this piece. I'll have to look it up, but for the most part, I do very well with all of these. This is a Lone Star, so it's a little newer than some of the other ones, but still not bad. These could be Tootsie Toys here or something along that line. I don't know every brand, and I don't really care. I just know I will sell these. Let's pull out some of the other ones in here. Now, this is a Marx piece here. This goes to a Marx, maybe one of the military sets, Iwo Jima or something. I've got a bunch of these in here. I can get 10 or 15 bucks for these flags. These signs, same thing. I can get 10 or 15 bucks if it's from a specific set or something, too. Now these all go together here. Lots of interesting pieces. That's the stuff that I look for. Even if they're a little newer, I still do extremely well with them. In fact, this does look like an earlier one. Very well detailed. Again, something like this I could get, say, 20 bucks for. Just depends. Here's some interesting ones in here, too. Well, this has a maker's name on it. Dinky Toys. So some of these are Dinky Toys as well. Let's just pull out a few more just to give you an idea. All of these are good. Here's a Texaco metal gas pump. Again, probably from an arcade set. Unmarked, but still very nice. Metal ones again. Mix of early and old. I don't know if this is a barbershop sign or what, but all of these sorts of things do extremely, extremely well. Radio. Now, this is a composite one. This one would probably go with one of the German composite figures, Elastoline or something like that. This one looks like an arcade one. Complete stop sign for the center of an intersection. So just a piece like this could get me 20 bucks. Some of these can go for, say, 95 to 100 if you get the right one. So I always nab them. Now, I think these are Mattel, yeah, from the 80s. I don't remember what these go to, but this is a living room set right here. In fact, maybe we can read it off of this one here. No, I can't quite read a name on it. But I've sold individual chairs, including one that was pink, just like this one, for 20 bucks on its own. Now, some of these can go for 20 or 30 bucks on their own. They're Mattel again, so they do fairly well. Playset pieces, still in good condition, decent amount of paint. 10, 15 bucks for individual pieces like this is usually what I get for stuff like that. Now, other things to be looking out for are the signs. In fact, here's another flag right there. But these little tiny cases of Coke, I get 8, 10 bucks for many cases, because somebody will have what this goes to, and they'll be missing these tiny little pieces here. So these they'll need to finish off the set. Again, as I said, another flag right there. So there's a couple of them right there. Just these fences get me some decent money. They're interchangeable. They've got pegs so they can slide in and out of stuff. So any miniatures of this type I just nab up quickly. When I sell these, I will try to make sure I give you some shots or a video on the prices on just these toys probably, so you can kind of get a gist on what they go for. Now let me just show you just a couple more pieces to show you some differences in Marx items. In fact, let me get a couple more out here. So here's one of the 5.5 or 6-inch tall Marx figures. Some of these, depending on the series and what the soldier is, can go for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks a piece. Well marked. In fact, let's zoom in so you can see the marking. Let's see if I can get a better image of it. There it is, Lewis Marx and Company. And it's got a date. M is 1,000. A C in front of that M means 900. That L is 50. Then we've got an X that's 10, so that's 60. So 1963. We've got three I's, which each one counts for 1. So this is 1963. This is an original in excellent condition. So anyway, it's a nice piece there without a doubt. And then this is Marks 2, and let's zoom in on these. I'll have to track down the specific set this came from. Maybe a Snow White set. I don't know. Can't be a Snow White with a police officer. But these are elves. And again, they have a different... I doubt we're going to be able to zoom in on these quick or close enough for you to see it, I think. But maybe. I don't know how well you can see the Marks marking on there. But it's most definitely the same circular mark on the back of these. Some of these little tiny figures can go for $40 a piece, believe it or not. I don't know how many of these I found. Type in Tinykins, one word, Tinykins, Tinykins, and Marks, and you'll see dozens and dozens, well, probably hundreds of similar sizes. Then there's Disneykins. They have Hanna-Barbera characters. Anything that was a character, they have little tiny people like this. Some of those go for decent money, $6-8 a piece on average for most of the common ones. I don't know these, so I will have to look these up. Now, I showed you the big Marks Presidents figures. These are the exact same thing, but mini versions of the same ones, which is rather interesting. I've never seen this size in this quantity before in my life. Now, I think this is a later version of them from, say, the 70s or so, because again, the size is so much different than the other ones in vintage. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea on vintage toys a little bit more. Again, these show up all the time, so these are things that I do routinely buy and will routinely make me some good money. Again, I'm just showing you some of the similar items. I'm not showing you all of them, but hopefully that helps, and hopefully that gives you some more ideas on the differences on some of these toys. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some real good close-ups, some ideas what to look for. The close-ups, I think, are the best part because you can really see the detail on them and how they will look and feel, kind of, so to speak. But anyway, I do honestly and sincerely thank you for your support. It does mean a lot to us here. I do work hard trying to show you stuff. I do take quite a considerable amount of my time to do this also. So it's greatly appreciated, all the support that I do get. Again, if you have questions or things like that, don't hesitate to email me. I answer every single one in depth and in great detail when somebody asks some questions. I don't just give you an answer. I explain it to you as well, too, the best I can. But thanks again, and I hope you're all staying safe and have a good day.